I feel it's important to share with you guys that I would be considered one of the people who medically cannot wear a mask, and I don't feel comfortable disclosing why for personal reasons. But I do also want to talk about my husband because I feel this is important. He is an immunocompromised patient. He was re-diagnosed with testicular cancer back in January and has undergone extensive chemo treatment where he was by himself all day long going through his chemo, and I was not allowed to join him because people were uncertain of what this virus was bringing with it back in February, March, April, May, so on and so forth. He also went through an RPLND, which for those of you who don't know, they cut him down his belly and removed 46 lymph nodes from his abdomen, which for a lot of people makes them immunocompromised for the rest of their lives. Now, for him, he is quite fortunate. He has a know-it-all for a wife. And I know how to take care of him. I know what foods to feed him. I know that to keep him from getting sick, he needs to avoid sugar. I know that to help him stay healthy, that we need to do a low-carb, high-fat diet, that we need to make sure we're not vitamin D deficient, and none of these things are talked about. The reason I bring this up is because we never wear masks. We can't, but we also choose not to. For the simple fact that masks have been shown over the last several decades, many decades, since like 1918, when the Spanish flu hit and they wore masks, that masks are the #1 killer because they cause bacterial pneumonia. And it was the #1 reason for death during the Spanish flu. And what are we seeing now, guys? A rise in pneumonia cases. People who are sick and can't respond to treatments because their lungs are inflamed from wearing masks and rebreathing their CO2 and viral debris all day long. Masks have been shown to increase, not decrease, the risk of infection ×3. It was found that people have a 3 times the risk of developing a respiratory illness if they wear a mask. In the first randomized clinical trial on the effects of a cloth mask, scientists reported that the results caution against the use of cloth masks. This is an important finding to inform occupational health and safety. Moisture retention, reuse of cloth masks, and poor filtration may result in increased risk of infections. Wearing masks increases your CO2 blood oxygen levels to unsafe levels. We've also seen studies of surgeons who wear masks during surgery, and even after an hour in a room supplied with additional oxygen in a sterile environment, their CO2 blood oxygen levels still decrease, and it may actually be a contributing cause to medical malpractice being the 3rd leading cause of death in the United States. OSHA trainers and PPE experts explain the risk of ineffectiveness and long-term mask wearing. For children, all of their organs are metabolically active. And in order for children to have proper development and not experience brain and organ damage, they need 100% of their oxygen. At what point is it okay for you guys to allow children to have brain damage? We're really just going to decide 5 is the magical number? Everybody 5 and older deserves to have brain damage. That's just wonderful. Anyway, I hope I can hand each one of these info cards out to you guys, and I'll wrap it up from there. Thank you.